With the #1 UK soul chart hit Midas Touch, Candace Woodson's career is booming as she crisscrosses London on the Giants of Soul tour. Her new album, Trying to Be Perfect, is sure to add more accolades to her multitude of previous awards. Candace gave City Beat an insight into what it's like to perform alongside Giants of Soul. And welcome to another edition of City Beat TV, our magazine podcast. And today we have the splendid pleasure to talk to a hit maker, a wonderful person. She's out of Florida, but in London right now. And this is my girl, Candace Woodson. Candace, how are you doing?
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
And that you are, Candace. The last time we talked, it's been a couple of years. You've been working really, really hard because it seemed like when you came out with Midas Touch, and it just blew up straight from the beginning.
It did.
And I was like, wow, so happy. Then before I could get used to the record, the album was out.
Yep.
So that tells me you've been really dedicated in terms of really, I think, putting your heart and soul into making this year 2022 your year, because that album is phenomenal.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Thank you. Because when you say it, and my sister has said it, and really, how they say, the people are saying it because we're looking at the numbers. So it lets me know that we're on the right track. We're going in the direction that my listeners, what they look for from me, that it's a classic old school sound with the new school twist. Yeah. It's not completely dated to where somebody in this genre of age is not unable to, enjoy it too.
Right.
But old school is able to say, man, I remember what that made me feel like. I remember what that sounded like. I can hear some of that Phyllis in there. I can hear some of that Stephanie and some of the, you can hear some of that in this music. Yeah. And it's by design, but at the same time, it just allows me to find my own individuality. But I'm still a fan of all those different, women that came before me that paved the way.
Yeah, I hear you. And that's a great way to segue into this next question, because you're getting ready to perform on something that's called the Legends of Soul.
Giants of Soul too. And I'm with Giants. I'm with Denise Williams. I'm with Alexander O'Neill. I'm with Gwen Dickey from Rolls Royce. Mm-hmm. So it's like, these are giants. They are hit makers. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, also on my album, my song Trying to Be Perfect was written by Valerie Simpson of Ashford and Simpson.
Wow.
And I was sent an email by her personally in reference to how she felt about how I did the song and how much she really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And that is a interesting record, because when you talk about perfect, you will visualize something, but when you watch your video on Perfect, you see a whole different perspective of where you were coming from with the music. And so, was that your concept? Was that your idea, or was that something that you collaborated on?
It was a collaboration, and I'm glad that they said we need to show different nationalities. We need to be totally diverse, because in every nationality, every woman feels like that they are incomplete in some way, that they would like to do something to make themselves look like that they're perfect. And this way now, the message is what? You are perfect without doing all of the other stuff, because you're perfect because of who you are. And because of who you are, that makes you unique in its own way. And that's what you embrace. But it's very difficult to get that message across. And so I'm glad that Valerie allowed me the opportunity to sing and perform it. And I'm actually performing that song here in London too. So I'm looking forward to seeing the response when it's live.
Right. And I tell you, the response I'm getting from you right now is so totally different from those couple of years ago when I first talked to you, when, you were like apprehensive. And
I know. I know, man. I'm like, should I still be doing this? I need some producers. I need some writers. I need this. I need that. And lo and behold, God was telling me, Everything you saying you need is right there.
Yeah.
And I just regrouped and I just said, I'm going to write me a song that I know that I want to hear and what I'm looking to hear. And then from there, I'm going to try to find me some new producers and try to find me some new writers and just taking the music and just fine tuning it, going over it. I'm telling you, that album is, I really dissected it down almost to every word in the song. Mm-hmm. Because I knew it had to be right to come behind Midas Touch and to be an indie, artist. That project on my Landar is over 70,000.
Wow.
That's downloaded a form of Midas Touch or this album or something. But that beginning of Midas Touch, I have over 70,000 people that have downloaded streams.
Yeah. I tell you, I understand it. People who know you and know your music, they listen to Desire and then listen to Perfect. You see a tremendous growth in terms of the quality of the music production.
Oh,
writing.
Wow.
All of it is just like, it's at a whole nother level.
Thank you. Thank you so much because you're so right. I look at that. I look at that material and like I said, Midas Touch and Better Days, done by Lou Lane. He is definitely nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
He, does a lot of jazz and to him work with me on that one. And then he actually mixed the Mr. Right. And then to be in the Steppers community now and with Sam Chapman. And after they embraced the Midas Touch Steppers version, now the Step to This Love song is being embraced. And, when you just look at how everybody is receiving that, it has that old school Nigel feel on the dancing and that, you get a little disco soul era. And then after that, you get a little gospel tune. You get the Spread Love on there. And then you get the Tom Moulton, the godfather of 12-inch vinyl. Okay. You get him at the end. And I'm like, Valerie Simpson, Tom Moulton. Okay, these people are legends.
Right.
And they believe in me enough to where they're a part of my project. So,
yeah,
I get a lot to say.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly how you feel. I'm just so happy for you and just to see, how your career has turned and blossomed. However, you're going to be away from those boys.
I know it. Everybody knows how I feel about my boys now. Come on.
Right,
but the timing is right because they both have such a heavy schedule because of being tennis players. And this is the month for the U.S. Open. So the youngest will be there and the oldest will be there. Then the other one, the youngest has some tournaments that's going to be away. The oldest is still working, heavy. So mom is away because she has to work. And, when you get these opportunities, you don't squander them. You don't squander tours and opportunities to be mentioned in the same breath as these other people.
Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime situation.
It is. It really is.
Candace, I tell you, I'm so happy for you once again. And I know you've been up all night. You just came from rehearsal.
I know it. And I've sat down for the first time and it's like, I kind of feel it coming on now. It's like, oh, but you just made my day because, we needed to catch up and talk. And like I said, and then for that song to come in straight on the charts at #1 and to be #1 2 weeks in a row on 2 charts of the UK back to back. That's right. All of that just says volumes of where we're going, with my brand. And I'm super, super thankful.
Yes, indeed. So I tell you, I can't wait for you to get back to the States and we can talk again and tell me all the stories that you can.
I know that I can. I know Alexander O'Neill, he was on it today, man. He had him in line. He had the band like little soldiers. And he was like, look, this is what we need to do. And, Denise, the way she sings with just ease and how she knows what she wants, but, her delivery, it just was, everything was so informative to me to help me. And I'm so thankful for it. And I tried to do some lives because I was like, this is a once in a lifetime. And I need to show people how we do not value our old school vocalists the way we should. They don't value Denise Williams the way they should. They don't value Alexander O'Neal the way that they should. These are true singers and performers.
Right.
And the market is always looking for the next. Who's next? What's new?
Right. You got a great point there. But that's where we're gonna leave it. And
okay.
because you got to get some rest.